From our humble beginnings in the original St. John's Church on 1st Street and Cortlandt in Excelsior, to our expansive campus purchased in 1951 under Father Cushion, and the beautiful gathering space built in 1993, our parish has been truly blessed. The good stewards who established the parish and those who have followed have contributed to our parish legacy. As we look to the future, we too must take the next steps to enhance our parish.
I'm Father Carlson. I'm the pastor here at St. John's. I'm happy to be here. I've been here since 2013, so going into my 5th year now here at the parish of Excelsior. I love it here. It's great. People know I had no idea this place existed before I came until the Archbishop sent me, and he said, "Go to Excelsior." I looked it up on a map, saw there was a lake, and I said, "This is perfect. This is going to work out really, really well." One of the great questions I get from fellow priests is, how's St. John's going? And I tell them I love it. I couldn't choose a better parish to be at. I didn't know it existed before I got sent here, but I love it. And why? It's because of the parishioners and their response to God's calling. Wherever God's calling them, their abandonment, their love, and their prayerfulness. And so being part of this community really helps me in my pastorate, because I know I'm supported by the parishioners and they support each other. In regards to the capital campaign, it's something we've been looking at ever since I actually got here. Remember the first year I got here, we went through a process called GROW, and one of the questions was the possibility of a capital campaign. Through this, the Archdiocese, of course, has gone through a couple things, and as a parish we had to step back and look, where does our parish need to go? So the last couple years for the capital campaign, it's been a question once again looking at more and more. And we realized as committees, the Finance Council, the trustees, the parish leadership here realized we need to do something because the time is right. And we think it's right for our parish to do it. We think we're in a good spot to focus on moving forward. There's been a lot of questions by parishioners recently of why renovate the church? Why rotate the church? And it's a question I'd ask myself. And so I've gone back and looked at history. I love looking at the history of the parish. And in 1989 is when we started to talk about the gathering place, and it's always referenced as phase 1. Phase 2 has always been to renovate the church by rotating it 180 degrees. And so I think it's time to do that phase 2. One of the ways the renovation of the church is going to help us is in just really being able to center more on the Eucharist and having our eyes focused right on the altar, right on the cross and the tabernacle, which I believe is from the old church, by the way. In this as well, we're able to keep some of the old parts of the church, the roof line, which will be beautiful, the pews, those things are solid. It's great. But focusing on the altar, focusing into a beautiful sanctuary, really highlighting our eyes towards Christ. But then when we leave as well, we're going to leave exiting into the gathering place. Every time I bring new parishioners in there, they go, "Father, this place is awesome. This place is beautiful." And this way we'll be able to exit into it and not have it hidden behind a wall. So in regards to the school renovations, it really comes down to a lot of these renovations are this deferred maintenance that we haven't been able to do in the past. So the roof, our heating, our air conditioning in there, the drainage, everything has just kind of added a toil over the years, and so it's just basic renovations that any structure is going to have, and there's really no ifs and ends about it. It's just something that has to get done, and we've deferred it a little too long right now. So in regards to the mortgage we have right now, we've had a lot of questions about where did that come from. That came in 2015 when we purchased a rectory for the priests living, not just me, but hopefully future priests as well. And it's $250,000, but in this capital campaign, we're really hoping to pay it off so that burden of debt is not hanging over us anymore, and enable us to use that money in the general operating fund for more ministries and just more use for the church, for the school, for the parish. The establishment of an endowment is going to help us in the sense of the future of our parish. So what an endowment does is it really helps in a certain sense to have not a nest egg, but contributions from the past helping the future in our parish.
My name is Randy Ross, and my wife Gail and I have been parishioners along with our two daughters here for 16 years. During that time, my daughters went through the school at St. John the Baptist, and I served as a member of the school committee and currently serve as a trustee. So I'm a psychologist, and I've known about the Montessori form of education for a number of years. As we began to explore options for St. John the Baptist School, I was intrigued that we might be able to introduce this model here at our own school. The Montessori model offers some really unique ways that children can be educated, children learning at their own pace, children learning by doing and really being mentors to one another. As we thought about that and continued to think about the way we could offer a sustainable model of education here at our school that could attract not only students from our own parish but students from around the area, it seemed that Montessori could be a great, unique example for us as a new form of education here at St. John the Baptist.
What I like about Montessori, I think that working at your own pace is really nice because you're not exactly rushed on everything. And I think having a smaller environment and a smaller class is really nice because you can be kind of like a family, and we're all really good friends. So I mean, it's really nice to have really good friends that you can trust and you can count on to help you with stuff.
I'm confident that God is going to provide for us. I'm confident that when we come together as a parish that we are, and the parish that God is forming us to be, it's going to be successful. And it's amazing as the pastor to watch this, to be part of this, and the history of the parish, and just help us into the future. And so I ask all of the parishioners to join me in praying for the success of this capital campaign and praying for the success of our parish. When we put our trust in God and keep our eyes focused on Him, He's going to help us walk forward in faith.